Yeah, by now you're probably familiar with the concept of buy now, pay later, but what about fly now, pay later? This is the name of one of the many companies that lets travelers book flights but pay for them over time, in some cases long after the flight is over. Now, there are several ways that these companies work. Some run a quick credit check on the traveler, which determines whether they're approved, and as well as the repayment terms. Now, these are effectively short-term loans with interest rates that can run from 0 to upwards of 40%. Others work more like a classic layaway plan. Travelers secure the flight with a deposit and pay the full fare before flying. Still more operate by authorizing the full airfare on your credit card, but splitting up the amount that is due into monthly payments, which can be stretched for as long as 2 years. Now, some companies charge fees, some don't. So it's up to the buyer to understand the terms that they're signing up for. Now, depending on the company, you may need to book through a certain app or website. But increasingly, these payment plans are available directly through airline websites as well as popular booking sites like booking.com. Now, travel costs are on the rise, and so the attractiveness of paying for airfare in installments is expected to grow. Financial advisors say for responsible buyers who qualify for no or low interest plans and make their payments on time, flying now and paying later can make a lot of sense. But for others, they may end up paying far more than the original cost of their flight by choosing to pay for it in the future. Back to you, Marty.
Okay, Monica, stay right there. Let's keep talking about this and bring in Tom Botts. He is the CCO, Chief Commercial Officer for Uplift, which is a buy now, pay later company that focuses on travel. It's partnered with more than 30 airlines so far, including United, Air Canada, and also Germany's Lufthansa. He joins us live out in New York. Tom, good to see you and appreciate your time. Hope you're keeping safe where you are. So give us some sort of a number to work with here. Buy now or fly now and pay later, that constitutes how much of the market right now? How many people are doing that?
Well, for us, it's become a pretty big business. We'll do well over $1 billion in transactions this year across all of our partners, which, as you know, are more than 30 partners now in the airline industry, but also across cruises, very recently rental cars, and other travel providers such as package tour operators. So it is definitely a very quickly growing segment of how consumers want to pay.
And Tom, can you just briefly explain how is this different from, say, booking on your credit card and paying for that over time?
Well, there's a couple key differences. One is that, we're integrated directly into these airlines' websites. So if you go through the purchase path at United.com or Air Canada, Lufthansa, et cetera, you'll see as you go through the purchase path, the actual potential monthly cost. So that helps consumers understand even before they've made a decision to take a loan from Uplift, kind of what the cost will be. And then critically important is once they actually do go ahead and take the loan or in the process of taking the loan, we make it very clear to the consumer exactly how much the monthly payment will be, how much the interest will be, et cetera. And that's just simply not true with a credit card, particularly if you're carrying debt, which a large number of Americans are today already. You've got the compounding interest factor on a credit card, et cetera, versus with a buy now, pay later such as Uplift. It's very clear exactly how much your payments are going to be, how much you're going to pay in interest. And it really allows you to keep your travel experience and your travel dollars, separate from some of the other things you may be carrying on your credit card.
So interest rates at Uplift can vary from 0% to 36%. Can you tell us what is the average financing rate? And in order to qualify for a 0%, what type of credit score are we talking about?
Yeah, that's a great question. And so, the 0% loans are something that some of our partners use as a way to stimulate demand and get consumers, onto flights or to buy, premium economy or things of that nature. So we've had a number of airlines, cruise lines that use 0% really as a way to encourage customers to go ahead and book because there is truly no cost to the consumers, and so that's a really great benefit for consumers. Where there is an interest rate, it really depends on the consumer's credit rating. And so it can be, as you mentioned, it's from 0 to 36%. But the average turns out, kind of in high teens, low 20s. And again, it's really, really dependent on risk. It's a risk factor. It's also dependent, as you would expect, on term of the loan, et cetera. But the consumer always has a choice. And that's what's, really important is they can take a loan that could be just 3 months They could take a loan that could be 6 months, or they could take a loan that could be as long as a year, or in some cases even 18 or even 24 months.